The world is your oyster, and you can do anything you want in life. You can build anything. You're literally capable of it. I'm making this video, and I want to share a couple perspectives that I've thought about recently. I have gone from the type of person where I was highly introvert. I didn't like affection very much. I didn't hug people. I didn't compliment people. I didn't say people's names really that much. I was very closed off. I was always living in fear that things were going to go wrong. I thought that I was going to be a dump truck driver for my career. That was my standard for myself, is a dump truck driver. No, sorry, a trash truck driver. It gets worse. It's a trash truck driver. That's what I thought I was going to do for like the first 5 years of my career. I was like, I'm going to be a trash truck driver and I'm going to work my way up to the top of trash management and then I'll do something. What? That was literally my standard for myself. I thought that I wasn't ever going to be very fit. I thought that I was never going to be like a beautiful person, like objectively. I thought people would look at me and thought I was like a little bit of the ugly duck. I thought I would have basic relationships, a basic life, basic house, basic car, basic everything. That's how I viewed myself, as a basic person. And a lot of people view themselves as a basic person. Now, I've been tempted many times to draw this comparison, and a lot of people draw this comparison that like 90% of the world is not chasing their dreams and like 1% is. I'm actually looking out over San Francisco right now, and there's a lot of people going on a run right now. And I want to share a perspective with you, which is that there are a lot of people chasing their dreams. Like, if you're not chasing your dreams, you really have no excuse, because there's someone exactly like you who's chasing your dream and accomplishing it, and they have maybe less IQ than you. Like, I'm looking here out at San Francisco. Let me show you. Right here. And down at the beach, there are people going on a run. There are people having conversations. There's people in this city doing business. There's people in this city with insanely cool cars. Like, there are people living with insanely cool views. There actually are a butt ton of people who have chased their dreams, gone after it, and succeeded. People make it sound like it's so hard to do, that like 99% of the people just sit here in their house and do absolutely nothing. While that is true, there are probably a bigger majority of people who don't do anything with their life. There's still a huge amount of people that do. And I want you to take that and be inspired by it and say like, hey, if there's a lot of people who are actually doing it, your competition is high. Like, you actually have competition. I'm your competition. Other people are your competition. Like, there's a lot of people who are actually doing cool stuff in life. Like, you don't have an excuse. Like, you can't say, well, I'm better than 99% of people. You probably aren't, because there's actually a lot of people who are doing very, 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 very well. And what I mean by that is not the materialistic things, because those are cool, but at the end of the day, what really matters is like, what are the people that you're surrounding yourself by? Who are you learning from? What habits are you adopting into your normal everyday life? Because the things that I've learned so far, and I'm only 19, are like life-changing things that have improved the quality of life. Not by money or by status or anything like that, but like genuinely, my abilities as a human being, like soft skills, are the most powerful skill that you can have. Because if you have really good soft skills, those soft skills will always result in very good hard skills. And those hard skills plus those soft skills will always result in some sort of physical or monetary result. That's just how it works. And the question is, are you going to leverage both of those and actually accomplish stuff in your life? Are you going to aim high? You only have one life. You have one life. One. That's it. You don't get a second one. Who knows what happens after you die? Like, you have one life, and you get to choose exactly what you're going to do with it. And are you going to choose to live in mediocrity, where you accept whatever things people have said about you or the things that you've said about yourself? Or are you going to say, no, like, I want to be like this and I'm going to become like this? Because you can. Like, your personality doesn't define you. Nothing defines you. Like what your parents said about your personality doesn't define you. Your habits that you currently have do not define you. Like, you can change those things. I used to be introvert as heck, and I'm actually a little bit extrovert right now, and it's very weird, and I don't really understand it quite a bit, but, like, it is happening, it is true, and I've changed that about myself within, like, a year and a half. Like, I actually crave human connection, and before I was like, I want my dog, and I want, like, a tree. That was my personality. It's flipped. You can change your personality. You can change you can literally build whatever life you want. You can, if you start to become a certain type of person, by the way, you will attract a certain type of person. So this thing of like, oh, you can't just like put yourself around the right people. Yeah, you can, because when you become a certain type of people naturally come to you. This thing about networking, people will network, but they won't be a type of person that someone else wants to network with, so you'll have this awkward interaction where like the person is networking, but like the person they're talking to doesn't really care because they're like, well, I'm not even that interested to be friends with you. But if you can be a certain type of person, you will attract that type of person. Like it really works like that. like it's insane. And I just want to emphasize these things because you only have one life. I've talked to so many people in sales, especially the year before my new offer that I'm on right now, who were in their 30s or 40s, and a lot of them had huge problems, had lives that they were not proud of, that they did not like, that they wanted to get out of, and they did nothing about it because they were afraid. And they're gonna go, and I take the fall for this too, because I could have done a better job at helping them see this, but they only have one life. Like, you really don't have a lot of chances to build the life that you want. And with that, it's kind of funny, like, you don't have a lot of chances, but you also still have chances ahead of you. And while you might have missed out on a lot of opportunities before, you can still change it now, and you can have an insanely epic rest of your life. I guarantee you, I'm going to have an epic life, because I'm going to do everything in my power to have an epic life. And I think you will too, because you do have a competition. Like, that is a fact, okay? Don't think that you're like, you don't have to rush because like most people are just failing in life. I used to think that. I was like, oh, well, everybody says that 99% of the world sucks anyway, so I can't possibly be one of that like little tiny percent, or that 99%. Like, I'm better than those people. No, you're probably not. There's a lot of people that are doing very well and love the people they work with, love who they're becoming. They are providing so much value to their industry that they make good money. They, because of that, can help a lot of people and be a good person. Like, there's a lot of great people. Like, there is. And there's a lot of really bad people too. But don't get it in your head that you don't have competition, because you do. There's like probably 50 people going on a run right now, and throughout the whole day there's probably like maybe 300 people that have gone on a run. All of them are taking care of their cardio health. So if you're not doing that, 300 people today in San Francisco on this specific beach, forget all the other beaches that are here, probably went on a run and took care of their health. So it's not 99% of people don't. It's a lot of people do, and a lot of people will move to a place like this so that they can go running in the morning and have a cool view. And so for the first 10 minutes of their day, they have a cool view going running. Like, that was their day, okay? Like, they created that. They created that. It just makes me sad to see people who are complacent with their own lives. I've been complacent with my own life, and I don't want to continue that ever, because if you can go after your actual dreams and hit them, like, that is one of the most satisfying feelings. And if some of those dreams include things like God, like having a really good relationship with God that you can see develop, that's also very beautiful and probably one of the most important of all. Like, don't take that for granted. I've taken that for granted many times. And is definitely an L that I've taken. Your health, even your finances, that is an important part of life. Like, you can't get away from that. You have to pay for your existence. Quality of life definitely exists. And the question for you is, do you want to spend your life in mediocrity? A lot of it is in the mind. Remember, a lot of it happens in your mind, of thinking that you aren't worth it or that you can't for some reason, but you can. Okay, like I can tell you that I did not think that I could. I genuinely only ever saw myself as a follower. I saw myself as a very complacent follower who would live a mediocre life because the people around me lived a mediocre life and I didn't know better. I'm telling you now, it does not matter. You can live an epic life according to your standard of what an epic life is. And if you can live that with a good moral compass as well, and be proud of yourself constantly, like, it's an epic existence, so why would you not? So that's my thoughts for the day, and I would love to hear in the comments what you guys think. Any perspectives that you can throw at me, I'm always open to hear and to learn from. But I just want you guys to have the best life ever, and to wake up every day and be hyped out of your mind that you exist, and be like excited, like around the right people, around the right partner, around the right best friends, around the right business people. Like, it really is epic. So I believe in you. Let's go.